Baby, we are back. We are back. Listen, make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I'm back in the building. And this time, honey, I want to talk about Miss Married to Medicine. Honey, it was so funny when Heavenly called Laura. She called Laura to talk to her about her budgeting. Honey, it's too much DoorDash, Target runs. Like, what is up with these kids? And I'm trying to talk to my daughter like, girl, I am on a budget, a tight one. Mama got a lot of stuff to do, and I ain't got time for you and your foolishness. You need a J-O-B. The word today is job, okay? And honey, my girl will be getting one soon, honey, okay? But yeah, these children they too spoiled. It's all this Uber Eats, and it's just too much, honey. But Laura played heavily. She said, Mama, girl, it's not the right time, and hung up. Heavily is a fool. She said, look what she did, Daddy. She hung up on me. That Heavenly is a fool. Now, I've been watching people's reviews, and people keep saying they need to get rid of Heavenly. Without Heavenly, they wouldn't have a show. Without Quad, they wouldn't have a show. The people that need to go is Sweet Tea and Gregory. They don't fit. Her coming into the group and becoming Gregory's wife was a fail. Okay? It was a major fail. I don't even understand how people are able to defend Sweet Tea and Gregory, but it just goes to show you that people really do think that abuse in relationships is normal. That man is horrible to her. He's doing the same stuff he did to Quad. He's obsessed with Quad, though, and we're going to get to it. But he is obsessed with Quad. He does not have me fooled. But yeah, Gregory has not changed at all. This girl is in an abusive marriage, and she's trying to act smarter than what she really is. Okay? Shout out to Queen Sheba, because she called it. I listened to a review of hers, and she says that she feels like Gregory is making Sweet Tea the man in the relationship. And men will do that. All the while, they will look like on the outside, they don't want that narrative, right? That's how Gregory looks, but that's what he's doing. Whenever a man has a woman steadily chasing after them so they could communicate and work out issues, you know, that's feminine. That is. I have dealt with that. I don't like that. I want to feel like a woman. Okay? So, Letitia, girl, maybe you need to look. Once you start calling another man, okay? You start calling another man instead of Gregory, then he'll probably bring his ass back and want to work it out. And look, it'll be too late then, honey, because you beat and moved on. But yeah, that is so feminine. All that storming away because your ego is bruised. And it's interesting that the whole group sees it, especially Mimi and her husband. They called it. All these people are so manipulative. Just everybody. Phaedra, she finally wrote the check for the $60,000 for the Med Gala. She says she don't write checks that her ass can't cash. Girl, you wrote a check that your ass couldn't cash when you married Apollo, when you thought that would be a good idea. Okay? A mess. Phaedra is behaving like Sweet Tea and Gregory as if somebody is doing something to her. And this is a cautionary tale in life. You know, it's a cautionary tale. Look at how they did Quad. Why would you think that you would have an easy time, girl, on this show? Okay, and Gregory, you brought Sweet Tea around to get under Quad's skin, but then you the one flip out when you see her with her new man. Okay. I love seeing Jackie and Simone, having lunch together. I was like, oh, I miss their friendship. Jackie tells Simone that Phaedra isn't coming around the group anymore. Like I said, I love how Phaedra did them, but we not gonna sit up here and act like Phaedra only did that because Real Housewives of Atlanta was calling her. Okay, they had her on speed dial. That's the only reason why Phaedra is leaving this show. That's why she's so disgusted, because my whole thing is, yes, it was messed up what they did, but you can't keep coming to these events, Phaedra, and you are a fly on the damn wall. There's nothing going on with you. I think Phaedra is really upset that Apollo brought Shireen. That's it. It messed up her plans of making Apollo jealous with Shaq. Now I see she over there prancing around with Shaq down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay? Phaedra knew Apollo was coming, but she didn't think the wife was coming. And remember, Apollo made it look like Shireen wasn't coming. Jackie says that Apollo gets upset when he sees Phaedra with other men. And isn't that ironic when he the one that cheated on Phaedra? And Phaedra, you didn't tell us that he cheated on you or, Well, I think towards the end, we figured he had a girlfriend and he was still married to you. So, yeah. But we didn't know he was cheating on you when you was pregnant with Mr. President. You didn't tell us that. I feel like the girls wanted Apollo to be around to get the real Phaedra. Phaedra is very good at being stoic. She's very good at putting up a wall and being mysterious when Apollo is not around. But when Apollo come around, honey, we find out everything. Do you notice she was more open in her confessional once he came around with the wife? And then she called her a bad body built bitch. Now, normally Phaedra don't even talk like that. So the truth came out when Apollo was around. And quiet as kept, you gonna have to use Apollo again for you to stay on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because ain't nobody probably really gonna be checking for you. Yeah, people may be happy frickin' Frack is back together, but Portia is whack as hell. And honey, we go get to it. Miss Robinson go put her foot up in that Real Housewives of Atlanta review, honey. Because Portia is a mess. She's delusional. She is a narcissist. Yes, honey. I said it. A narcissist, honey. Jackie said it perfectly. Phaedra lived on the surface with us. And when the going got tough, she didn't want to be around. Yeah, she's not really trying to open up like that. She wants to witness the drama and calm it down. Okay? When she was over there speaking in tongues, honey, over Sweet Tea. But see, she doesn't want to give, her reality. She don't want to show how she really feel. And that's bad for reality TV. So Simone tells Jackie that, Gregory insists on pressing charges against King, and he done came up with a new rap song. Set me free, I got a new wife. And shut up. He trying to make it look like Quad still want him. That's how you know you dealing with somebody that's narcissistic. Honey, it's the other way around. It'd be the narcissist, honey, jealous of you and your new man. That's what Gregory's problem is. He can't control himself around King. So he's going to set up a situation to where he wants to punish King and he wants to go legal. That way that can keep him from being around the group and he could prance around with Sweet Tea and Quad can have nobody. The same setup that he had last year. Okay, he even bragged about being around Quad's friends and taking them. And I know some of y'all will say, but he knew them and Child, this is Quad's job. He didn't have to come back on here. He chose to be messy by bringing his ass back to Quad's job. Nobody asked him and Sweet Tea to bring their ass on here. Now that the going done got tough, now they crying foul, they playing the victim. Okay? Sweet Tea is over there bowing down and acquiescing, acting as if she don't have a voice in her marriage. Well, she's really not acting, but y'all know what I'm saying. Well, I'm just going to leave everything up to Gregory. No, you put your big foot down, but you know that he controls the marriage. That is the setup. That's the setup that y'all have. Child, Jackie jumped up like Michael Jackson making fun of Gregory. I was cracking up, and Simone's laugh, baby, is everything. She was cracking up at that corny ass song. We have Contessa and Heavenly. They get together. I think that Contessa is full of shit when she sits her ass in her confessional, and it makes so much sense while she's so cool with Sweet Tea and all of a sudden want to have her back. Contessa, you're delusional. You are the problem with this whole situation with you and Heavenly. You are embarrassed that man embarrassed you on this show. You are a very accomplished woman until it comes to your marriage, like a lot of women. Okay? You are more embarrassed by the behavior than you are admitting, and you are doing what women do, which is using a woman as a scapegoat against your anger, against your husband. And I don't like that. That's nasty work. I don't care how accomplished you are. I wouldn't want to ever be friends with you. And like I said, that did not give Heavenly the right to weaponize what Contessa told her about her marriage. But, honey, like Jackie has said, like Heavenly has said, you opened up your marriage on that show, and you got to, putting it out there that you didn't really trust your husband. He's going through a midlife crisis. He may be cheating. You were saying all types of stuff because you had cognitive dissonance. Okay? And instead of just admitting to that and just really, instead of like being mature about it, it's like you want to just blame everything on Heavenly. And hopefully they get on her about that at the reunion. I doubt it. But yeah, like you are not that mad at I can't even get the words out, at Heavenly, all that wanting to fight Heavenly, being so volatile and emotional. Girl, Heavenly is like over this shiggity with you. It's not that deep. You're still in a burning house, and you want to remain there. That's fine. It does seem like her and Scott have gotten better, so maybe they were able to work out that rough patch, but men like Scott, all I know is they don't change overnight. The way he was acting, honey, I couldn't be with him. He lies, he's emotionally abusive, he's disrespectful, and look at Gregory and Sweet Tea, like for you to be going up for them, Contessa, that says a lot about you. But I really do like this diabetes event that she has put together for all the couples to attend. She's inviting both couples, Sweet Tea and Greg and Quad and King. The fact that Contessa couldn't admit that she played a part in Heavenly's relationship failing, it just, it tells me everything I need to know. This is somebody that wants to blame, shift the blame. She wants to be one-sided. I tell you all the time, when people are being one-sided with you, they're being double-minded. Okay? Contessa has an issue with Heavenly calling her husband abusive. Girl, it's true. He had you in a burning house. You had cognitive dissonance. Hell, you still got it. He had you in a dryer, your head. You know, you yourself said that every day is Groundhog Day. It's the same thing. He lied about seeing a therapist. All of that, playing games with somebody's head, making it look like you're cheating, alluding to the children that you have a girlfriend. Like that type of behavior, ladies, it's abusive. Don't nobody got to go upside your head. The triangulating, the lying, the not willing to go to therapy, lying about going to therapy, abusive, disrespectful. Heavenly did not lie. You're just mad that it's your husband and you're still with him. Okay, bitch, you done accomplished everything but leaving Scott the hell alone. Okay? But like I said, you guys, I don't think that men like Scott, I don't think that they change overnight. Okay, so that he probably just know how to, act a little bit better in front of the cameras. But yeah, if I was Heavenly, I would be done with Contessa, because girl, goodbye. So yeah, they agree to disagree. I love Toya's dress she had on in the confessional. Toya and Eugene, they get to talking about Sweet Tea and Dr. G, how they pretty much don't feel like they are a part of the group anymore. Eugene says that it's Dr. G and Sweet Tea's prerogative to think that, the way that they want to think, to not be a part of the group right now. I would let they ass go, because they are holding you guys up. Y'all need like another couple that's in a healthy marriage, not where a bitch ain't got no rights. And the problem with women like Sweet Tea is she thinks that everybody is her enemy but her damn husband. Girl, you sleeping with the enemy, okay? I think, though, her and Gregory will stay together just to prove something to Quad and the group. So I hope this is their last season, really. Toya and Eugene is crazy. Toya said, you supposed to say, yes, dear. He's like, yes, dear. Now get out of my face. Let Letitia and Gregory be, honey. Let them take their time. Because they are the ones with the real problem. So Quad has set up a nice little date with King. I was feeling her, honey. I love me some Miss Quad, honey. She had on her bikini, honey. Quad was sitting. Okay, the girls were out and about, honey. I said, come on through, Miss Quad, Miss Quad. Quad is a sexy, shut your mouth, honey. Okay, she is something else. That's why Gregory is over there in his feelings. Okay. But Mr. King comes over and, she letting him know she wants to be out by the water. They got the jacuzzi. That's my type of date. At home. We can get that love making going. We can eat some good food, watch a nice movie or our favorite shows, eat our favorite snacks, honey. Yes, honey, Miss Robinson was feeling it. But the problem comes in with King. He don't want to live in Quad's house. I ran into that in one of my relationships. The guy, he didn't want to move in. He wanted to keep his place. I keep my place. And I like it like that. Like, that is better than the living together. I told myself I will never live with another man. Okay? I done live with like 3 men, so it feel like I've been married, honey, several times. And it's just such a difference when you live separately from a man than when you live with him. And I get married couples, they live together all the time. I could do it if he was a truck driver. He go be gone, and then, and I'll see him every other weekend or something. I can do a situation, honey, like that. But I don't want nobody around me all the time. And, oof, child. I remember this one man, he tried to cuddle with me, child. It just felt like, I felt claustrophobic. Like, goddamn, I can't breathe, just... I don't know. And then, honey, he wasn't a good man, too, trying to be all up on you. That ain't gonna work. Okay? Get your shiggity together before you try to cuddle with me, honey. But yeah, Mr. King, honey, he said he ain't trying to move into her place. And Quad is like, who made up these rules? And, what Quad could do is she could rent that mansion out. She could keep her property and just rent it out, Get you a place with King. You know, that's not a bad idea what he's saying, because this comes down to men not wanting you to put their ass out. You know, they don't want you to have that power. Okay? Because I'll put a nigga out quick. What you say, nigga? You know you could leave, right? You know this ain't your house, okay? Listen, watch what you say, honey, when you speaking to the queen. Child, Dr. G is over there faking like he's masculine. Don't even take the damn trash out. He complains because he got to pay all the bills. Let Quad try to pay a bill. He wouldn't let her do that because he didn't want her to have any power in the marriage. And that house of his, it don't look all like that. Like, he don't look like he got money like that. It's a mess. King says that Quad tries to test him with some of the gender roles. Can he make the bed up? Can he take the trash out? Yeah, shit, because Gregory wasn't doing that. So we go see what you could do. And I'm pretty sure King did it. See, a masculine man, he will do that shit without a problem. But these, these other type of men, honey, okay? They will stress out over taking out the damn trash, but they want you to see them though as the big man, as the big king. And that's why Quad, never saw Gregory as the masculine man, that, she was sharing a life with. She didn't see him like that. Yeah, but she married him. Like I said before, we will marry you. We will fuck you. We will do a lot of things with you. She didn't have no baby with him. She didn't stay with him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's a mess. And sometimes people marry people and they be thinking that people is gonna change, he'll eventually come out of it. That'd be the mindset of a lot of people. So, yeah. Girl, I'm so sick of Simone and Cecil's kids. These damn kids grown, they can't cook worth a damn, they can't clean up after themselves. What the hell have you been teaching these damn children all these years? Okay, and hell no, they wouldn't move back into my house. Hell no. I would make them go out and get their own place, and I would rent out to like a stranger before them. I think that they are spoiling them way too much. That's what the issue is. And I get, it's a nice little generational wealth storyline. I get that. That's the cute part of it. But yeah, them boys, them niggas wouldn't be back up in my house with me and my husband. We like being empty nesters, okay? So hell no, y'all not moving back in with me. I think they try to do too much for them. Stop doing their damn laundry. Stop cooking for them. Stop cleaning. Just stop it. Just stop it. That's what the problem is. And I'm here to tell you, Cecil, he too soft. He's not like manly enough with them boys. They need somebody that's gonna put their foot down. They're not gonna listen to Simone, unfortunately, because she a woman. Unless she get her belt out, child. Look, then they may listen, because you ain't never too old, honey, to get an ass whooping. I remember my mother trying to whoop my ass in front of my daughter. I was like, child, this is too much. My daughter began telling me, y'all, I'm going to tell your mother on you. Look, whenever I would discipline her, I said, ain't that about a bitch? What's going on? So we are at Contessa's diabetic event. I like how passionate Contessa is about this diabetic event and her trying to educate people on diabetes. How serious it is. It's reversible. We see Heavenly and Damon, and honey, they is out here dragging Mr. Damon daddy, honey, Heavenly, over his teeth. They like, and I looked at him too. I'm like, God damn, Heavenly, shit, you over there doing all those dental miracles, when you go get up in Damon's mouth, because that don't make no sense for his teeth to look like that, and you are a dentist, but daddy look like, honey, he don't want Heavenly in his mouth. Okay? But both Damon and Heavenly agree that this event will be good for all the couples to come together, and they normally, they all are able to put their differences to the side when they have events like this. So Miss Quad is there, honey, with her all white. And she says she is the doctor of restoration and repair. Okay, and a good read. And she got her cooking with Miss Quad cookbook. And I heard that cookbook is pretty good. So, honey, I'm going to have to check it out. Child, Jackie is crazy. She talking to Scott, talking about, I should have brought some vaginas. Because if I would have put the vaginas on the tables, honey, that would have had the people at the tables. I was like, girl, you are a mess. We see Mimi and Steve. We see all the ladies huddled up talking. They get to talking about sweet tea. Contessa comes to her defense, talking about, it's a lot of pressure starting a marriage. First off, there wouldn't have been any pressure had she came on this show. You chose, okay? You chose to come to a show where your husband's ex-wife is one of the stars of this show. What did you think you were walking into? And now you're upset this season because they're not, taking your side, having your back? Okay, you were having a ball right along with Gregory when they was dogging out Quad last season. You loved it. That's what he wanted too. But now when you all are called to the carpet, you're being called out for your bad behavior. You are being asked to be accountable for your actions. Is crickets. Y'all don't want to be accountable and responsible for y'all bad behavior. That goes for Sweet Tea and Gregory. You just want to blame. It's somebody else's fault. Somebody is doing something to you, but yet you two fools chose to come on this show to be around Quad. Okay, now that Quad has a man, Gregory can't take it. Okay? It's a mess. Contessa lost me when she said that we can choose you, but we also can choose T. T needs to go. Sweet T is not in a happy marriage. I don't want to see a dysfunctional marriage on my screen. I don't want to see somebody without any rights on my screen. Okay, any rights in their marriage. I don't want to see that. Okay? So, Contessa, girl, you need to stop playing. Unfortunately, y'all do need to choose a side. I think y'all need to roll with Quad and King because it looked like they didn't go run into the police and make things bigger than what they were. Gregory is not being accountable because he the one that said to King that, yeah, I was talking to her. I just said she had a big effing mouth and... No, you don't say that. You don't talk to a woman like that. But that's Gregory's MO. That's narcissistic 101. I could talk to whoever the way I want. They better not talk to me like that, though. So he's threatened by King. Okay? Contessa is flip-flopping because they just showed a clip where she was telling Quad this is none of her fault and she got her back. That's why I told y'all, Contessa don't know if she's coming or going because she's in a burning house still. Yeah, that was fake. One thing that Contessa was right about is Greg is the same dude that he was when he was with Quad. He has not changed. So Contessa says, if you come with a +1 and T comes with a +1, then it is what it is. Heavenly says, not when there's a charge that's been put in place. So Contessa says to Heavenly, you so negative, stop being negative. It's the truth. Gregory is the one pressing charges, fool. So he does not want to work out anything because he don't think that he's doing anything wrong. So Contessa turns to Heavenly, who is being calmed down by Jackie and Dr. Mimi. She tells Heavenly she could go. And Quad is saying she doesn't want to be around if Sweet Tea and Dr. G, if they're coming to this event, she's gonna leave. Scott tells Damon and Curtis that Gregory is on his way. He's gonna come by during the last hour of the event. He also told them about the charges that Greg wants to file against King and the consequences that he could get. It's so bitch made. Don't none of them men respect you, Gregory. You are acting like a bitch. You are. Damon says King was just defending Quad's honor. Yeah, but see, Gregory doesn't want any woman to feel protected, which is why he left his wife to fend for herself and he stormed off. Okay, that's his way of letting her know he wants to be chased and she needs to stop doing that. Okay? Like, there's nothing fun about being in a relationship with an emotional man. And I'm not at all saying that a man can't have feelings and emotions, but all that storming off and your wife is just trying to reach a common place with you, like a compromise with you, like that's what marriage is about. And he just wants to be a part of a dictatorship. He doesn't want to hear Sweet Tea's opinions and her feelings. I wish she would realize that and divorce him and get up off this show, but she won't do that. She wants to save face. And I am so glad that all the men see that Gregory is tripping. He taking everything too far. Okay? Gregory says to Scott and Eugene, they didn't show this. He said that there's only one person that could make this right. Gregory says he doesn't know King, but he knows Quad. See, the male bitch wants to deal with a woman. You're not a man. You need to be dealing with her man, not her. She ain't got nothing to do with this. Okay? And I know people keep saying, well, Quad started everything. Quad may have lit the match, but he is the one that showed that he was so bothered. And then Sweet Tea, she made it worse by saying that Quad and King was lying about their sex life because you over there with dry draws. Okay? Like, girl, they played a part too. Everybody played a part. Scott is right. I never thought I would say that. Scott says that he told Gregory, y'all are exes. Y'all don't need to say nothing to each other. Exactly. That's what King was trying to tell him. Like, dude, I don't need you to say, anything to her. Scott says 2 men should be able to hash this out. No, but when you are dealing with a man like Gregory that's feminine like that, he's focused on the woman because that's what he identifies within himself. Okay? Because that ain't no man. A real man want to talk to another man to hash things out. What you need to, he's so focused on Quad, he's giving himself away. And then you making songs about her. Set me free. Nigga, you are free. You the one that is having this emotional reaction to Quad and King having all this sex and she wants to give him a baby. She didn't want to give you a baby. You were not masculine enough. You were not. You are not over there behaving like a man. So you're not going to be treated like a man. Dear men, please hear me. These women will marry you. They will spend your money. Okay? But when you do not behave like a man, you're not going to get that woman's respect. We respect who we love. Respect and love goes hand in hand when dealing with a woman. Okay? And Sweet Tea, she gonna get to the point where she don't respect you and she's gonna be looking elsewhere. And you gonna be back in the same hole that you was in before. Curtis noticed that Greg is not trying to be responsible and accountable for his actions. What happened between him and King is between him and King. Exactly. I love that all these men, no matter how I feel about them, they see right through Gregory's bullshit. Damon feels like Gregory has bit off more than he could chew. Exactly, he has. I love that Dr. Mimi's husband can see right through this. He talked to King. King is willing to have a man-to-man conversation with Gregory. See, that's a man's man. Okay? That's a man's man right there, King. And Gregory is triggered by him. Okay? Because King is everything that Gregory is not. King is handsome. He's masculine. He defends his woman's honor. He lets her have a voice in the relationship. He doesn't shut her up. He doesn't try to control her out of fear. Okay? He doesn't storm off like a female and want to be chased after. There are men that will ignore your phone calls because guess what? They want you to be the woman in a relationship and call them up. I'm strongly against all of that. But all the while, I want to project to everybody, I'm the man, I pay all the bills. You know, he has a picture of what a marriage looks like, but it only looks a certain way on the outside. It's none of those dynamics on the inside. It's not a real man and a real woman in a relationship. It's two women. Okay, and he wants to be the head bitch in charge. I said it. Damn it. I love that Heavenly left with Quad. I love it. Okay. I love it. Heavenly tells Contessa, get some help, baby. So Steve asks Gregory, do you want to drop the charges? Now remember, this is the person that's pro-peace. He wants peace. He got him a new wife, a new life, but yet you want to create chaos. He's an agent of chaos. You know, so child, this is one of them things where just watch what people do, not what they say. Just watch what people do. You know them by their fruit. So Contessa checks in with Sweet Tea, who is greeted by all the girls, and she tells Sweet Tea she just wants her to feel safe within the group. Sweet Tea says, I don't feel safe all the time. Dr. Mimi is so pretty. I was watching her without her makeup and then with a full face of makeup. I said, oh my gosh, she is stunning, honey. Okay? But Dr. Mimi asks Sweet Tea, well, what do you want? She wants drama and chaos and confusion because that is what you want when you come to your husband's or your fiance at the time, his ex-wife's job. Like you ordered all of this. You ordered all of this, all this drama, all this chaos, all this confusion. Okay? By entering into the environment. I'm not willing to be disrespected and do nothing about it. He wants to keep, I'm talking about Dr. G, he wants to keep the drama going. Steve says that this is all about Dr. G having ego and pride. That's what it's always been about, Steve. Where you been at? It's always been about ego and pride. He's embarrassed that he almost got his ass whooped in front of his ex-wife. That wasn't supposed to happen. They were supposed to disrespect and bully her. Okay, that's the one-sidedness of the narcissist. You got Dr. G saying, I don't see that there's a lot of respect for me. You got to give people something to respect. And he didn't like that Quad had mentioned she left him, because that's what he had mentioned before. You know? And then you hear Sweet Tea, her stupid ass. Okay? Yeah, he wanted the marriage to end. Bitch, were you there? Is my question. Okay? You the one chased that man. You was up in his inbox. I could give you what you want, what you need. And you failed to deliver, bitch. Okay? You failed to deliver. And now you mad about it. You embarrassed. The only thing I disagreed with King was he shouldn't have told Gregory, well, she could say whatever she wants to him. No. He can't disrespect her. She can't disrespect him. She could say how she feels to King and, get her feelings out that way. But yeah, that was one-sided. So, I wasn't with that. But I am Team King. Because I understood what he meant. Like, I'm going to give my woman a place where she could vent. Contessa finally says, if you don't see the value in the group, then you shouldn't be in the group. I agree with that. But she said it in her confessional. Dr. G feel like the group don't have his back. Okay? The guys don't, because they're not taking his side. Sometimes in life, you just have to choose. Okay? They shouldn't have never invited your abusive ass back to this group. Let's start there. Scott says that Gregory is still in his feelings over a relationship that's been over for 7 years. She shouldn't have took that sleep number. I know that's right. Scott was on point with that. Like, dude, you acting way too emotional for this situation to have been over, and you are the one that came to where she is at. You want to kick her up out of her friend group. I think he feels some resentment that Quad got her own money. She got a nice mansion, a house that's way nicer than his. Okay, he feels a way about that. Because he was over there trying to compete with Quad. Whenever you deal with feminine men, they will always try to compete with you instead of collaborate with you, right? You are their partner. Gregory says it's so hard being around his new wife and his ex-wife, but you are the one, nigga, that chose to bring your ass to her job, to Quad's job, so we don't feel bad for you. You want a one-sided situation where you can flaunt sweet tea around, the group can disrespect Quad. He loved when they was dogging Quad out last season. He loved every bit of that. He loved that. Because that's the man that he is. Okay, and on that note, honey, that's all I got to say. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.